Are you on? Oh, we on. This is Hangout is live. Okay. Hey, here we go. Hey, this is Ain't That Some Shit? And what kind of shit is that? I am Julia.
Peace and love.
Who are you? You gonna say your name?
Oh, my name is Orlando.
Okay. I'm the what kind of shit is it? He's the Ain't That Some Shit. So we put it together. Today, I just want to make it clear what Ain't That Some Shit is about. We here to kind of just discuss things that just kind of have our mind puzzled. And we like confused about it and we just question it and it's just stuff that just stands out to us. We do want you to get it clear. Our disclaimer here is that we are not Dr. Phil. We are not Oprah. We do not sit here give any solutions to anything. We're just discussing things and it is our opinion about different things. As I was saying, if we get a resolution in this while we talk, that's fine. If you have some input you want to put into this, that's great too. We actually do have a number if you want to call in, and that number is 1-802-468-7291. Now, today our first topic gonna be, now me and Orlando been discussing or debating all this evening what order we want to put things in. Decide, let's go with this right here. And the first thing we're dealing with today is the video of the former tennis player James Blake slammed to the ground by an NYPD officer. I know it's kind of old, but it's something that triggered me to go back and look for this, and you're going to see down the line why I chose to go back and look at this. It's old, but it's been happening a lot. So you want to start the video up, or you just want to discuss the video?
We could just discuss it.
Yeah, because I think everybody has seen the video. Well, I guess maybe you should play it. Maybe everybody hasn't seen the video.
We'll go ahead and put it.
Yeah, okay. You got the maps. Mm-hmm. You want to hold that? You want to put your camera somewhere?
No, I got it. I got it.
I don't know, did it block it? Did it do something weird? Now, for most people, because I don't know, maybe something weird going, it's not playing on his for whatever reason. But for those who know, there was Mr. Blake was standing waiting. I guess he was waiting on the taxi. He's in front of a hotel, and he's waiting there. Nice looking guy too, tall, looked like he probably like 5'9", well dressed. I wish we could show the video so you can really see how he looked. Well dressed. And all of a sudden he get tackled by a detective, police, and they tackle him down to the ground, pretty much flip him over, put the handcuffs on him, put that, knees on him. And the interesting part, the guy is totally well-mannered too, even when the police, he said, like, I'm sorry, you must got the wrong person, what's going on here, but he still got his hands behind his back. Come to find out, it's a mistaken identity, and that even the guy, he looks similar to the guy, don't get me wrong, he does, they show the picture of the gentleman. He looks very similar to the guy, but it's not the same guy. But you go down to the, there we go right there. You really want to play. Okay. And he looks very similar to him. Even the guy that they accused that's supposed to have done whatever the crime was that he did, he was also innocent too. So there's a reason why I was hitting it, but I don't know, Orlando, anything else you want to say to that, or you want to move on to the next thing?
I want to say that right now this conversation is the opening of Ain't That Some. And so pretty much what you're going to see is right now this is this tennis player. He was famous, he was good, he's of complexion, and the police, he was coming out the store like a regular person, coming out of Jewelers, coming out of
the restaurant.
He was, it's a restaurant.
I mean, not restaurant, hotel. He's standing in a hotel waiting on a taxi.
Waiting on the taxi, gets tackled. Boom. By a white officer, a European officer. So come to find out, it's two things you see. You see a guy just doing his normal life thing, and then you see a police officer. And the third thing you're gonna see is when the actual fact is that this man was innocent, and the person that they was actually claiming that he looked alike was innocent too. So, oh shit, it was shit. It hurt. So
you need to finish that.
yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that really hurt.
Yeah, put it down so we can finish.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that pretty much this is going to start the conversation off, because the main thing that's in this conversation is that, you know, we being misled. You know, this is mischaracterized. You know, and when we do say something about it, people, you know, they want to look at us wrong. So, you know, and they want to say, hey, you know, we know this, we know that. No, you got the wrong person, and the person that you think are looking like is still innocent. So, you know, sometimes just think first.
I think something else that stands out to that led me to find this. Again, it was related to another video we're going to show to you down the line. But it's also about what was the respect level of arrest. Just because this guy did something wrong, what was the routine to arrest a person with? This guy didn't even know he was coming. He didn't walk up, and I don't even think he even said he was an officer or anything. I mean, he just basically tackled him and looked and flip them around or do whatever the technique they do, which you remember the technique very well, but not the code of how to arrest somebody in a better manner. This guy didn't seem like he was threatening him. How could he? You don't even know he was coming. It was no threat. This man was not standing up there with a gun in his hand, a knife in his hand, or anything of that nature. You just jumped on him, did what you did, and then even explain. Didn't even say I'm off anything. None of that. So I'm thinking I'm focusing on the disrespect zone. And the guy wasn't doing anything. He wasn't out of pocket or acting misbehavior. He just standing there waiting on, I guess, a taxi or somebody pick him up in front of a hotel. That's all he's standing there doing. Even if someone doing wrong, unless it's threatening, I could see maybe you taking a certain behavior. But if a person is not being, if you're not being threatened, why are you disrespecting this person? Why are you treating them in that way? You understand what I'm saying?
I totally agree. I totally agree.
I hate we can't play it though.
So, like I said, we can't play the video right now, but it's pretty much to him getting tackled, and if you could kind of see right the guy is like on top of him.
This is the tennis player down here, and that's the
officer is on top of this tennis player.
Right.
Right. His name was the tennis player's name was James Blake. So we're gonna continue on, but I just want you to kind of see, you know, so kind of give you an open manner of, you know, the things that's happening around us that relates to these other topics that's happening around us. So our next topic is going to be about the Beyonce performance at the Super Bowl.
Well, it's not so much just the performance. We really focusing on police union call for Beyonce boycott. Now, I really wasn't paying attention to this cross Facebook myself, and I just seen them popping up showing Facebook, Beyonce coming across Facebook. You just see her name, so I'm just assuming they was whining about maybe how she was dressed or something. I had no idea because I hadn't seen the video. I had no idea the video was such a big thing, like it was. But we go through this article. You can kind of go down this article a little bit.
Yeah.
The police, which made me have to go look at the. Click it. I'm sorry. Click it. Well, the police, I had to go look and say, let me see this video, because I'm wondering what got the police so upset about. What could Beyonce be doing that the police so upset? So, what we got here? She dropped the video down before the Super Bowl. That was one big thing. What else went on here? You had the Tennessee police, and I think considered it to be, go down further from that. Down here, it said the plan boycott is to react to the single political charged music video for her latest single and her equally controversial Super Bowl performance of the song. Formation music video dropped the night before the Super Bowl. We got that. It focused on, this is the thing that stood out for me, I think for Orlando too. The video focused on feature reference to Hurricane Katrina, Black Lives Matter movement, lyrics that celebrate natural hair and Black pride. Then down to the bottom, it talks in this article, which you guys can't really see, don't play, but you can find the article on www.nbcchicago.com, and you can type up the article there and read it for yourself if you haven't read it already. But then it comes down here and talks about the controversial visual of young Black boys wearing hoodies, dancing in front of the police, surrendering with their hands up. Down it comes down here and also talk about They cut to a brick wall, spray painted with the word "Stop Shooting Us," ending with the singer sinking underneath the flooded water while on the top of a police car. Now, let's break this down from this section down to this section to me. I'm kind of stuck on a couple of things here. This is my question to you, Orlando, before we can go ahead. Did the Hurricane Katrina thing happen?
Yeah.
Did the Black Lives Matter thing happen?
Yes.
Is people, as Black people, want to start celebrating their natural hair a little bit more? Just talking about, whatever I heard.
Oh, that's been
Is
happening.
that happening?
That's been happening.
Is Black Pride a problem? Is Black Pride a problem?
Shouldn't be.
Okay, now we're going to come down to you. Do Black boys, now every boy actually wear hoodies now, every color wearing
I just
hoodies.
had a hoodie on her.
But I mean, every race is wearing hoodies.
Mhm.
Every woman is wearing. But let's focus on this. Is Black boys wearing hoodies? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different colors.
In
though.
different colors or anything. Surrendering. Let me say, and has not been things in the newspaper talking about surrendering, holding your hands up. Is any of these things been an issue that's been a lie? I'm like going here, going, okay, these things have happened. What else the other issue was? Oh, the sinking. Now, okay, sinking on the car as a policeman. And again, I'm not a policeman. I really want to know even how they feel about it. I'm not a police. Let's get that clear. I'm not a police. I have worked with police. There's some great police officers out there. Definitely want to say that. Some that's really trying their best to make the community work together. But you do have these incidents that are happening, and then you're supposed to overlook them. I can't see her. She didn't cause none of these things to happen. She's thinking about these things that did happen, and some of them are still happening. So I'm not sure. And the police thing, when I saw the video, I guess because I'm not a police, maybe that's why it didn't stick out like that for me. It actually didn't stand out compared to all the other stuff that you see in the video to me. It wasn't the thing. What made it stood out was the article for me. I'm like, so what's the police thing? And it made me look at it. But the video has been the best, got to be the best video I ever seen. I really love the video.
Yeah, especially from
Beyonce. Beyonce, she
though.
make good videos, but how deep the video was to me and how historical it was.
I think it was like 2016 video.
It's like having a video with a lot of history. I'm like, how was she able to create all that history into one thing? And that's where Black Panthers go. I'm not in anything if somebody doing something wrong or maybe made a false move in any kind of organization. But Black Panthers still have some good history behind them, some good things they did. It was some kind of thing of, it was about Black pride. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure. To me, I feel like, even though as policemen you may be upset or her sitting on top of the car, but how about all the other stuff that was so truthful of what the video was about? It was like basically, I don't know, should I be more offended that you think I'm supposed to ignore a video that was about my culture in a sense? That's why I don't know.
Because they say some of them kind of they felt like she was going to influence negative.
Oh, yeah, you go down and show that. Yeah,
they felt like she was going to influence a negative. She was going to produce a negative vibe in civilization
towards the police.
And it was going to be directed toward the police.
That was Tennessee.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, right here, because the Tennessee sheriff recently suggests that Beyonce's performance and music video may directly relate to an alleged rise in violence against police officers. Wow, that's a lot of power to give. I mean, she's powerful. Don't get me wrong, but I really just think just watching a history of stuff that happened, and it's still happening when you look through the news or see things, and been happening before that video came out, before even the young man that got shot 16 times. Stuff been going on for a long period of time, and you're gonna come right to this video and act like it had more power than all this other stuff that been happening. Yeah. It's like, that's like almost insane.
I was just
it's like almost insane. Don't get me wrong. I think one of the big problems with us now, a lot of times we're not supporting the police that are doing good. We do need to show that, I think, a little bit more to make the police that's not doing well feel ashamed. Like, look, this officer was in the same situation you was in, but they didn't handle it that way. They handled it more in a better way, a better manner. You know, you done been pulled over before, and you was able to measure between one policeman that just pulled you over, did their job. You didn't have your seatbelt on. You couldn't even say nothing. I didn't have my seatbelt on. What could I say? But this officer just gave me a ticket. Compared if you didn't have your seatbelt on with another officer, get out, put your hands behind your back, get on the ground, let me check your whole car. That's two different things all about same situation, seatbelt, but you're being treated different by two different perspectives of the officer. So I definitely think we need to give out more shout out to the positive officers. So I just want to say that because I do recognize there's a lot of things that show every negativity, but there are some officers out here, I have to keep repeating it, that are trying, even commanders trying to get everybody on the same roll. But you do have those that like, I got a gun, I got a badge, I got my bulletproof vest on. It's my world. That's just it. You got some that's thinking that.
Well, this is what I want to say. Because I had a couple things I want to say about the whole thing. The big thing about the Beyonce video was the national publicity. That was the biggest thing. Because like she said, this is not the first time that these situations have occurred. She was not the creator of Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She's not the first person to get a bunch of Black people together and, you know, have some hair done, you know, or, you know, make a video with a bunch of beautiful Black goddesses dancing. This is not the first. Nothing she did has been the first time it happened.
Right.
So, you know, with that being said, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, it's a national problem. Like they don't want to see Black people doing positive things on TV. This is why, you know, I say, you know, be careful what you bring in, because, you know, everybody was looking at the Super Bowl. Everybody, it was the biggest thing to be happening at the day of that Super Bowl. And so, you know, like I said, the biggest thing is the fear of national positivity, especially coming from Black people. Because, you know, we get a lot of these here, you know, we get a lot of these different things, different views, but hardly ever are they actually, especially in this current time, hardly ever are they actually Black. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why we get stereotyped in the wrong way, because we don't really, when we do get the chance to do something positive, we get targeted. Then they want to badmouth you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce to me did a very good thing. To me, this was good compared to most of the videos that have been put out from 2000 and up. This was the best video. This is the best video.
I got to say, you know, and not like I'm saying I'm not even like a big Beyonce fan, and I respect her though. I think she's like one of the smartest women, business women I ever seen. To be honest, financially, she started from one level and moved up, and now she made it to a level she kind of can write this type of video. She no longer got to play the same game. She paid her dues to do this video. This video, you got to think about it, she paid her dues to do this video. Now she started off when she first came out doing this video, they would have shot her down like you would never see Beyonce no more.
Yeah.
No more. But she put in the time to do this video. And I'll be honest, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. And he's gonna say, when did she turn Black or something? Some part of this article actually mentioned that either Saturday Night Live or something. Carly said did some type of imitation of it. I don't even want to discuss it too long, because I think, what can Saturday Night Live really say about that? Because we are truly living this. There's nothing funny about this. None of this stuff, or getting shot, getting pulled, or getting disrespected. None of that. But a lot of this stuff that her video was about, like you said, was still positive stuff about hair, about Panthers, you know, about what your history was, what you came through, what you overcame, and what you still can overcome right now that we can still do. I think it was, again, to me, she needed an award and a couple of them. If she put something in a video, you couldn't even get in a movie. You know, she did it really good.
Well, so, okay, well, we're going to move on.
Can we show the video?
Well, we good. I think everybody pretty much seen the formation video.
I don't think everybody. You know what my thing is? Why I wanted to show the video right now, because I think more people should see the video.
Well, okay, I'm gonna just say this: the video, because we still got other topics here. I don't want to keep everybody. Yeah. So, but the thing is that, you know, she stood on top of a police car. That was, to them, was a big target. You know, why is the police car under the sink? I mean, under the water, sinking. You know, why is this Black woman on top of this police car? You know, like, it's so much protesting going on that has happened before this video, before the formation video came out, that I don't see how it could get more worse. You know, so and then I guess I think that was the only thing that they really did that was targeted in the video. And it may be a couple other things, but
the video hit so much more than just that.
you know, it's all really irrelevant. But like I said, we want to go to the next topic. The next topic is going to be the Chirac movie.
Well, I ain't gonna stay on that long. Right?
No, I mean,
you know, I still want to show my video.
Yeah, it's still.
I don't know. You see how he cut my video out there? You know this video. Some of y'all probably even seen the video. Definitely go to YouTube though. It's worth seeing.
Well, you got the Chirac.
Go to the top. I think it's gonna be a drawing. And a lot of these topics we discussed on his own ain't that some shit Facebook page.
Okay, now I wanted the first thing because I want to speak real quick. The first thing I want to say is everybody don't just look at this Spike Lee video. Look at the rest of the Spike Lee videos. You know, and I see everybody has their own different view, but you gotta understand that people have their own different ways of seeing things. I may say something and you may say it totally different. So I don't want you to see, you know, the video and say, oh, it could have been this, could have. I want you to really look at the point of the video, because this video is not one of them movies when you make a movie about a superhero that got a bunch of powers that you don't have. It's not the time to be creative. This video is very direct. As much as maximum as possible and as minimal as possible. To me, it was just perfect. It was not that boring movie. It was not that, oh, they did something wrong movie. It was not that, well, nobody flying around, ain't nobody had no vest on. You know, only thing they was missing probably was some real stuff. You know, like some real, you know. So, but so yeah. Other than that, though, like I said, it's open view. So I just want people to understand that the power is in the black woman. Is the main point there, because I think people got so distracted on, well, I would have did it this way. I would have. Okay, first of all, you know what I'm saying, calm down, you know, and really relook at the movie. You know, take your sad thoughts out. I know they're gonna still be there, but I just want you to really just see the actual point of this movie. The point of the movie is there is power in sex. There's power in the black woman, period. That is power in the black woman, period. And just to prove how much we would do for our black woman. Everything we do is for our black woman. So, and with that being said, you know, it came down to the point of, you know, like, just look at that woman the next time, you know, and I don't care if it's boy or girl, you know, you could be a woman. I still want you to feel inspired by yourself, or feel inspired by your grandparents and such, because he really was trying to wait. He was trying to get you to understand, like, and it's not gonna be, that's not the only way to change our issues. You know, it's other ways. So I don't want people to just be like, oh well, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to hit it with all type of things. This is one of them houses when you gotta knock out all the windows in the house just to let the house air out. You see what I'm saying? So don't sit there and just hit that one window. You know, that's just one video. If you got a way you would have did it different, do it different. Make you an activist video, a positive video dealing with an actual way that could be a solution. Awesome. Yeah, a solution. You know, a solution. So that's what it was.
That's a good one, Orlando. That would, you know, that's a good thing we should put on our work together for people making up videos for solutions or something. For me, you got somebody who want to add something to that with that?
Go ahead.
For me, with the movie, me and Orlando watched it, and of course we had our debate with this picture. For sure. Actually, I do agree with most of what he said when it comes to it. Spike Lee, I still think he had a point about power, about what the female would have some level of control. So I do agree with that. I think the only thing me and him ran into with, I still felt like, well, two things. I think it still had a little bit, to me, too much sex in for something that you're supposed to be abstaining from or not doing. Like it still had, I still feel like people may still got so caught up looking at, even though my son Orlando could say it was only 2 scenes, and that's, I got to look at this again. I feel like those 2 scenes was intense, but I feel like it was just still too much. And still I feel like it was still missing maybe the main point. I also felt sometimes like I couldn't keep control of where it was going. Like when you bust Samuel L. Jackson in it, it's like I guess it was like a commercial scene where he'd do these little things, and I couldn't quite keep up. Like it was too much on my mind. I'm older, so for me, maybe it was too much on my mind. But when it comes down to saying the control, I did get that part where where I think even young women don't recognize the level of control they have, and you need to use this control in the right manner though too. You know, I was talking with a friend about domestic violence. There's some women that have actually used that a way to control a guy. Yeah, he hit me, and even though he didn't. And domestic violence is very serious. You should never play with domestic violence because it's women that who really are scared and in fear and in danger. You should never use that control level because you know the police gonna take your side quicker. Even if the guy all marked up and mangled up, it's still gonna drag him off. And you sitting there and oh, I got him. I showed him something. No, you that's not cool because domestic violence is very serious. But we do need to understand the power that we have and that treated like queens, and we need to respect ourselves in that way. And know, but not saying good point. Not saying sex should be used to control stuff either, though. You know, it is still a respect level of your body, and not thinking, oh, because I have sex with this guy, this gonna mean he's gonna stay with me. Just because I even have a baby with him means he's gonna stay with me. So even that, I don't know. Like I said, I get the control part to some extent. Well, I don't know what message could it send a mixed message.
I got another thing because
right.
Well, because I could talk about that too if you want to. Another thing I was gonna say is the thing is, about another thing about Chiraq is I want you to notice the lack of authority being used by the policeman. That was another thing I want you to see about the police. Another view that was shown in a Chiraq movie is that the women had to pretty much take control of the whole situation because this is something that's been going on and going on and going on and going on. And people just like to talk about it. Like I said, you know, if Chiraq was full of a bunch of murder, I ain't gonna even say that one. I'm gonna just say the thing is that the police, they catching people, but they doing it at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they put enforce on our neighborhood when force is not even they do it when they put force on our neighborhood when it was wanted but not needed. You know what I'm saying? Like when they want to go out there and they want to pull everybody over to boost up the tax to get some money for some type of tax that something because it's always that it's the first of the month so they pulling people over.
Right, and that could be a rumor. For all we know, no, but it seemed like.
But it seemed like.
It could be a rumor, but it do seem like oh, I know the classic, the street theme right here.
Yeah.
Remember, it's a rule now that you got to walk between the line and the little lines that are made for you across the street. So this 79, we live on the 79. People are coming out the woodwork from every corner on 79. Everybody is not walking, but they stop cars for not knowing that somebody's going to walk in the intersection. So they pulled these cars over just for that reason and gave them tickets because they didn't recognize that somebody was standing at this corner here, may have been about to cross over. In that intersection.
And then
what was that about?
The crazy part, this is not just a regular pedestrian. This is actual undercover cop that's being paid and dressed like a citizen to stand on a corner and purposely walk across the street. Not even to warn you, but to give you a ticket. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, once again, they doing it when they want to, not when it's needed.
Right, and that's not even a safety thing. And like you say, it's different if you did it to make a warning, because now you can see it as safety.
Right.
But you're not caring about how people cross. Matter of fact, if you really care, you probably should have been giving the pedestrian who was walking from everywhere a ticket, because you almost run over people because they're just coming out the woodwork across the street. You don't know where they're coming from. They're just standing. But you arresting a person in the car who's supposed to know when somebody's sitting on the edge. 79 people talk on the corner all the time.
All the time.
So how you gonna sit there? How you gonna know when even about to walk out?
How you supposed to take it serious today just because you want to, not because it's needed to? But let's just do this. Like I don't even think you called the neighborhood and said, "Hey, we finna get on you guys. You know, I want you to get, on your cues."
Like the aldermen, right. Let them know to let the people know.
Let the people know. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. So this, once again, it's like I said, it's lack of authority, but it's just to show you that you can sit on this corner every day to get somebody a ticket, but we can't even get you to stand on the corner where they sell drugs and heroin at, and you know what I'm saying? So or where they murder at every day, or where it's common to murder at. So don't get me wrong. No, get me wrong then. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, at the end of the day, though,
It is a good movie.
it's right.
It's Sherlock, I think, is a pretty good. I do think one thing I wanted to add to it that I didn't hear people talk about it as much as I thought. Like it was more conversation
Right.
about it being made,
Mm-hmm.
and once they came out, I didn't hear nothing. Like I didn't. I'm not saying that people because I can't hear everything, but I just thought I heard so much more about the talk of the movie. I just thought I would have just heard more. No matter what, even if I didn't want to hear it, I thought I would have been forced to hear it through some form or fashion.
And it's 1,000 killings in Chicago that some of you don't even hear about. But they had the nerve to put Spike Lee up on the news and say, hey, here's 12 kids from Inglewood. Let me tell you how they feel. Just, I think, this is just my opinion. I just felt like, to me, they said the kids said it was over-exaggerated. I just felt like that was, to me, I'm pretty sure Spike Lee wanted to speak up. He may even, had asked to do it. But I just feel like it's certain times like that, like, at the end of the day, you need to put up every killing. Every killing. After that, after you show something like that, you put up every killing. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you got to look at it like people are being killed every day. There's no exaggeration to the numbers. Our numbers just went up by 20. We had 23 murders in 2015 in January. 26. 20, no, 20, and we had 26 murders.
No, I'm saying the year 2016.
No. In 2015, we had 26 murders. No, in 2015, we had 26 murders. In 2016, we now have 34 murders in January. This is just a January month.
But January, when you heard that?
Well, pretty much it has increased. So that's what I'm saying. The people say it was an exaggerated movie. There's nothing to exaggerate about this. Everything except for the fact that we really need to do our own. I think we need more video. Okay. But yeah, training to the subject, to another subject. We're going to Kevin Gates now.
Can this one play? Because I know the Beyonce on played on here. Why are you other people not playing?
So
play out because they got to hear this, so I'm hoping this play. I don't know, did this something just happen to your thing? You know we play Beyonce.
All right, point blank about Kevin Gates. Like I said, you could find this stuff. All you gotta do is look it up yourself. But these is topics. So the thing is that Kevin Gates, he agreed with Stacey Dash. He pretty much said, oh yeah, it shouldn't be Black Lives Matter. It should be All Lives Matter. Because he said the way he conducts himself is how the police I guess he was referring to how the police respond to him. So I'm gonna just say that's not. I don't feel that's not true, and I wouldn't use him as a reference either to any situation after this. But it's just I don't know. I have been seeing policemen pull over cars nonstop, back to back, nonstop. Boom, boom, boom. These regular cars, Mercedes, a Taurus, a Toyota, a beat up car, a van, you know what I'm saying? Women, men. And this is all down the same street. So it's no really reasoning of conducting. So for him to sit here and say it matters how you conduct yourself, this and that, for him to agree with Stacey Dash and and pull himself from the same matter, but at the end of the day, it's just to say that Black Lives Matter. I could see if he said they acting like Black lives don't matter, that I could agree with that. But you want to sit and say all lives matter? They not doing this downtown. They not going around pulling people over for no reason downtown. They not doing this in the suburbs. You may have that one spot when you hit the hundreds when they just want to target the hundreds, or you want to have this spot when they want to target the low end, or any place, but it's a black what they call it urban American European word is used. When they call it the urban word or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is how they target. They target urban neighborhoods. So it's not all lives matter. It's not an all lives situation. This is just a black thing, and it's always so. And another thing about Kevin Gates is we want to talk about conducting when we all know Kevin Gates' music is about drugs, sex, and guns.
Oh wow!
Right, and I wanted to throw that out there. So just to show you just how people really you know what I'm saying, get up there and nobody's gonna boycott him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody boycotts his music.
Good point. Which is negativity.
Nobody boycotted Beyonce music when she just talked about shaking her rump. You don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with dancing. I have nothing wrong with dancing at all. Or just being embracing your body, period. It's a beautiful thing, especially a black woman's body. The most closest thing to actually having to being able to call itself a human. But so yeah.
So you're right, nobody is boycotting him. Which in some sense, I haven't seen this video, probably enforce more violence than there's a lot of videos out here that actually enforce violence. If we want to go off what that Tennessee sheriff said about her video.
Right.
But what got me with him, just to narrow down what he exactly said, if I get pulled over and when I was acting out of body, the police would treat me, I guess, bad, rough, you know, doing stuff to him. But when I behave myself in a good way, I didn't get treated like that. I mean, look at me. He said, I got a tattoo. He had tattoo. I got tattoos all up on me. Like, that gave a reason why they should look at him funny. But like that's why they should have treated him. I got on tattoos. What did he say? Look at me, tattoos and something else he said about himself.
On my face.
And something else he said, pants or something. I think he was talking about pants, his look. He said, like, basically my look is why they were treating me bad. Now, granted, ain't nothing changed tattoo-wise. He got tattoos all over his body.
Son. This boy got on a bow tie with a regular hat, a baseball cap hat, with some little watch. That's not no Rolex.
Why are you thinking this boy?
I'm just saying, like, you are still a suspect in the hood. Don't get it twisted. You will still get pulled over.
You would get pulled over and probably beat up too. I don't know.
So I'm lost in this whole.
I'm lost with him too. I guess I don't want people. For one, let's just get it clear. You should respect people anyway. You should respect officers. You should respect teachers. You should just respect people anyway in a manner. That's just respect supposed to happen. But you're also supposed to receive respect back. Now, just because you treat an officer well, don't think you won't get your butt. It hints back to James Blake. That's why we had James Blake came up here. James Blake wasn't standing there doing anything. He didn't have tattoos on him. He was dressed like, you know, somebody even call nerdy, preppy. Let's say preppy. He was dressed kind of preppy in a sense. Nice looking guy in front of a good hotel, not like some shady hotel, waiting on a taxi or ride or whatever. He wasn't out of body. He wasn't misbehaving. He wasn't walking down with his hand down and crapping his pants hanging low, if that's what you want to call an issue. That's just a look. But if that's going to make you suspect because you got dreads or tattoos or your pants hanging low, really? So I don't know. Is that going to be the reason why they should take you and search you and beat you up or treat you? Don't mislead. I think statements like that are just so misleading to people that stuff like that's not even. They doing the right thing. They treating the police right. They're getting pulled, and still yet you got some situation where you got some officers seem like they're egging on an argument with you.
Yeah.
Like they trying to make you get mad, even when you're trying to be polite.
Yeah.
Again, I always got to say this. Not every officer does this. Not every. Sad to say, you got those that's messing it up for the good ones. You got those that just messing it up.
Too. You got cops out here that'll see one policeman, as he would call it, you know, being what? Provoking, trying to provoke you pretty much to say something, just anything that's out of the manner of the situation. And, you know, he'll just be watching that officer, you know, pretty much doing that to you and won't say anything. Just sit there and watch. So don't get me wrong. If that's a good cop, you still ain't making the cut, dog. Like, you really, to me, you need to go back and retrain, because I'm sure somewhere in there it trains you on how to contain a situation. And I think that's the main thing that y'all supposed to do, is contain that situation.
Respect is important.
No matter what it is.
In a code of conduct, I was telling somebody, everybody's job most likely has a code of conduct in it, and how you're supposed to behave. Even when somebody's not treating you right. Just because a person may be cussing at you, do that mean that give you the right to probably knock them out? Set them back. You are authority over this person. That's why you are able to pull them over, because you are at another level of respect of what people, protection, safety. We all have certain codes of conduct we're supposed to follow. And just because I experience with the public, I'm a social worker. You think everybody coming to me nice? Don't mean I'm supposed to go around and say, you know what, I'm gonna treat you like this because you came in me all crazy. That's not my code of conduct. I still got to behave a certain way in a certain manner because I chose to do this job. And when I chose to do this job, I know it's gonna be people that didn't like me or just didn't trust me, who just thought I was on some extra. I knew it. I chose this job and knew the downside to it. So when you choose this job and you know somebody may come at you a wrong way, you already know that may happen. So you're gonna get mad at them when they do, when you know this possibly could happen, and you don't figure out a better way to deter the situation. You turn around and get mad too, and you start acting all stupid with them too. So that's not okay.
Right. So pertaining to that, I was gonna say, when they say, so the people shooting that's getting shot and arrested, they say the people that was shot down and some even died in being arrested. Some people went to the police station and died. I forgot what that woman's name was.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, she died. Supposedly killed herself or something. But they haven't been able to solve that, and being falsely accused by the public. That's what the other officers would claim when we refer to that conversation. They would say that we're pertaining the terms of a false accusation. So that's to me, at the end of the day, when black people are getting shot and arrested, for one thing, you have to understand, why is this always happening in a black neighborhood? Two, every black person that get arrested or get shot and shoot back at somebody is always not in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? For some reason they always feel like, okay, well, don't get me wrong, we jump down. Once we see a black person get shot or get beat up, you know what I'm saying, we say, hey, what's going on? No, they wrong for that. Without even really checking the facts. Don't get me wrong, it's some things out there when I have checked the facts and I said, wow, people kind of getting riled up over this and they really don't know what happened. So sometimes we have to have that up and out, but it's not all the time. It's like I say, these kids out here getting shot and they ain't got no gun. I don't care what it is. You got a vest on. You walk around with a vest, a flashlight, some tasers, some spray. You know what I'm saying? You got all this stuff in training. Don't get me wrong. You get trained to be able to stay calm in these situations. So there's no reason why people should be getting shot at. And this has happened. I think the first time it happened, it was like in Inglewood or something. And that boy had got shot in Inglewood or something. And then that was like in 09.
Well, you can say it the first time.
Right. When I actually caught out.
Yeah, so I don't even think
this been happening since then.
Right. So that's probably not the first time. But again, even with this guy here, I feel like he's kind of misleading. He's almost, I feel like he's disrespecting all these people that wasn't out of pocket when things happened to them. And it's also going back to okaying a bad behavior. You okaying somebody abuse you. I'm so sick of that. I even put it in my face, but I'm sick of people okaying someone doing them wrong. It's not okay to be treated. Please, I want to say, especially to my black men, it's not okay for someone to treat you wrong. Yes, you're supposed to be respectful. You are kings. You're supposed to know your level, but never be okay. Stop being okay with being treated wrong because you don't deserve it. Now, you don't deserve it. You just, if you get it, don't get me wrong, if you out here with a gun and trying to sneak up on somebody, everybody deserves to get, I don't want no police to get shot because, that ain't fair. You don't want it to happen to an officer. People don't even get that. I would rather enjoy having an officer around me than not. Why would I not want an officer to be in my neighborhood and walking through my neighborhood? Why wouldn't? Something is wrong with a society where we get more tensed up when we see the police. Even when we ain't doing wrong.
You know what?
There's something wrong with that.
Something is wrong with society when you think you need a police. Because I want to say this, policemen always have not been around. This is everything I want you people to understand, this is all European standards. This is not everything you do is not a normal basic life. That's why when you wake up, you be like, man, I don't feel like going to work. Because you wasn't used to going to work. Somewhere your DNA, your code, no, listen.
Not that kind of work.
Not that kind of work.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you there's a difference between working and back then and working now is then you used to work and get your food. Damn, that just fell. Excuse me. Used to work and get your food. You go out there in the field, you cut off a banana, you go to the harvest or whatever you had, and that was your day's work. You know what I'm saying? Now you work, you wake up at 9 in the morning, you work all the way to 2 o'clock.
Longer than that.
Well, longer than that,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And this ain't even this every day. And then you gotta wait till your check come in, and guess what you gotta do? You gotta go pay somebody else for your food. You see what I'm saying? So you going through 2 whole different steps for some food that was naturally used to be free. This used to be a whole natural thing to do. So I want people to understand that this thing that we jumping into is not everything. It's a reason why I feel funny. It's a reason why these things is going wrong. It's a reason why kids is out here on these streets. You know what I'm saying? They lost. You know, because for one, when we do bring up stuff, when we do get our stuff together, they find a way to bring it down. So people want to say, oh, well, you know, black people, yeah, we used to own the whole 79. I ain't gonna say own it, but we used to have shops all through the 79. Music probably wouldn't even be able to fit. You know what I'm saying? Just because there was that many black owned businesses, and that's not even just 79. And they found a way to bring it down then. Even though they used us, they still, you know what I'm saying, somewhere, yeah, I could call it grit. I mean they didn't like it. They don't like seeing us doing good. They really don't.
And we got to, and like Beyonce, just to end it out.
So just remember, you know, you can do it yourself. It's not, you don't always need somebody to always to sit here and, you know, tell you to break these rules down for you. If anybody made rules, we made rules up. Rules, we had traditions and everything. You will see some people who get circumcised. That's a rule to them. You know, don't get me wrong, it's a funny rule, but it wasn't wrote down on a sheet of paper, no legislation and all of this. You know what I'm saying? It was actual rules that conducted a natural living habitat. And we was doing fine. Matter of fact, all these Europeans learned how to live from us. You see what I'm saying? So, time out. We gon' well, we on live. We gonna let them see the video later. What video you trying to play?
I still want to see the end of my Beyonce video.
All right, I'm gonna try to find this video.
Ain't that some shit? What kind of shit is that? We are in it. If you let us play it, I don't know what's going on with it. Cause we played. Did we start the video earlier today? We never did start the video today.
It's I don't know.
So maybe something is going with your Adobe. Now, we don't know when we're going to return again. We would like to start doing this once a month and making it shorter. We're going to make it shorter. Matter of fact, we'll start speaking one conversation.
Yeah, they know we be short, but we ain't did one in a long time.
So like we make it up for it.
Yeah, I think that's right. I just started. Yeah, because you know what, though? I hope it plays.
It may be something in your download. So we'll say it's probably the download. Something must need to be updated. So yeah, something on your Adobe Flash. I'm not sure. I know. Yeah, so check it out later on. Yeah, one last thing, but you play videos on your movies, right?
Yeah, but
that's true. What's the sound?
that's the sound right here.
That's my TV.
Let me go get the speakers.
You want to play with the TV? You need me to help?
Catch my fly, I'm so reckless.
So possessive, so I got this rock like this. Alabama, Louisiana, with that Negro, with that Creole, like the Texas battle. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. Let me call you back, okay? Okay, good. I think, so when you see the police again, is when she just sitting on top of the car. You just missed it. That's what I'm saying. So much else going on in this video. I just might be up that Bill Gates and I'm So I guess we're gonna end it right here. Now you want to finish it out and ready to end. But we're gonna end it for the married. Ain't that some shit? What kind of shit is that? Thanks guys for joining us, being with us. Again, we promise we're gonna make it a lot shorter. We're gonna pick one topic. Please go on to Facebook. Ain't that some shit? If you do have some topics or something to discuss, that's what the Facebook is for. Go on there, post something, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a good one. Peace out. Oh, yeah. You